Hey everyone, it's Willie here with Greenery Farms DIY. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cool Plague Doctor inspired table piece mask. This isn't quite meant to be worn on your face. It's more just to be like a decor talking piece. But I guess if you really truly wanted to, you could put snaps on it and you could wear it around town like this, and like a lot of people would be asking you questions, and like it'd be really cool and honestly really funny. For this project, you're gonna need Tearaway Stabilizer. And then we use this one-sided Pellix. That's what it's called. You'll need glue sticks as well, a rotary cutter, some scissors, some tulle, your fabric of choice, and then a hot glue gun and an industrial strength sewing machine to sew it together. But if you don't have an industrial strength sewing machine, you can use hot glue to affix this to itself. Alright, so now I'm going to take you through how to make this and how to stitch out the designs. So there's 5 pieces. There's the bottom, and then 2 sides, the top, and then the eye pieces. So there's 5 designs plus a kind of embellishment piece that you can put on the top if you feel yours needs it, and that's called a fleur. So we're going to stitch out the first design now, which is the bottom piece, and then we're going to continue on to the other ones. First, we're going to stitch our placement stitch, and this lets us know where to place our Peltex. Then we're going to lay our Peltex with the rough side facing up and let our second color stitch. We'll then stop the machine and trim the excess Peltex off with our applique scissors. Then we'll lay a piece of fabric with the right side up and let the third and fourth colors stitch out. The fourth color is our trim line, and that will tell us where to trim after we're done stitching all this out. This approach will stay the same throughout this entire project. Alright, so now we're going to be doing design 2, which is the headpiece. All the steps are the same, but we're adding in some satin rivets. So now we're moving on to design file 3. We'll be repeating all the same steps as the last design file. So now we'll be stitching the fourth design file. It has the same instructions as the previous two designs. Alright, so we're doing the fifth and final file, and this one has all the same steps, but there is one added step. You will have to be cutting on the inside of this design as well as the outside of the design.
I think you don't see that part, right?
No. Alright, so right now I'm gluing these into place and using the iron to heat set all the tails along the outside. And this is so you can have a nice finished seam on your mat. So it'll come out to look kind of like how these are, where the seam's all nice and rolled over. This is what they should look like on the back. You're going to want to, when you cut slits on the side, you're going to want to give it a decent amount of room on them, so you have enough to fold over when you sew or hot glue them. So, and I'm doing this one right now. And you're just going to repeat this on all of them. So there's that. And then the eyes are really tedious, just because you have to cut along the inside and the outside of them. You have to cut the slits, and then you have to roll them over as well. All right, so now we're at the sewing machine. We have all of our pieces stitched and glued. Now we're going to work on sewing them all together. Remember, you will need an industrial strength sewing machine to do this, or you can hot glue them together. Now we're going to start at the front and work our way back. And we're going to start off with these two designs. So you're going to overlap them. So you'd want your like kind of rivet looking designs on the outside. So you'd overlap that with your bottom piece. And you're going to give them a nice overlap, and you're going to put them under foot, and you're going to just start stitching them down. All right, so now I attached the this side like I did the first side, and now I'm just finishing up on it. I'm really almost done. Alright, so now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go up the center of the beak of this mask, and I'm going to be sewing up the center so we can attach our headpiece on. I'm just going to line it up, make sure it's all lined up, and then put it under, and then drop the needle down, and we're gonna just start stitching down the center. Alright, so now if I unfold it, you can see how it is right now. It's starting to take the shape, but we still have to attach our headpiece on there. So we're just going to attach it side by side. It's going to go around. Oh, we're going to attach the middle of the beak to it first, actually. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so I folded up the bottom, or I guess the back part of the mask, so we can get the top nose bridge up underneath our needle, where we're going to attach more of the headpiece to it. So we're just going to do a nice stitch right across, like so. So nice, even stitch like that. So then we're gonna unfold the bottom of the mask, and it's gonna end up being joined together like this. Alright everyone, so I've bent this so I can get the mask under there, and now I'm gonna do a straight stitch down. Alright, so now we're going to repeat with the other side of the mask. So we're just going to continue rolling it around so we can get our machine needle underneath and inside of this. Alright, so now that we have our mask pretty much almost fully done, we have everything sewn together at this point, and we just have to hot glue our like eye pieces on. What we're going to do is we're going to take some tulle, and we're going to put them over our eyepiece, and we're going to hot glue the tulle to the eyepiece, and then hot glue the eyepiece onto the mask. And before we do that, we are going to trim the tulle off. Alright, so now we're going to take our eyepiece and we're going to put it on our tulle, and we're going to use hot glue to do that. But first, you will want to kind of have your hot glue towards the middle of the eyepiece versus the outer side. So closer to the middle is always better. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna lay the hot glue down. Be careful not to burn yourself, because that wouldn't be good. And we're just gonna keep putting our hot glue around the middle. And keep going. And we're gonna put it down and press hard down so the hot glue gets through all the layers of tulle. And kind of just let it cool. And then we're going to cut around the outside. All right, so we're ready to tack the eyes. What I do is I tack on one corner first, so it kind of just free hangs there. And then that allows me to go around the rest of it. And you can do this one of two ways. You can either just put glue onto this side or onto the actual like ridge of the eye. And I'm just gonna tack this on and put some glue down on it. And make sure you kind of got enough, but not too much. And then you're gonna go and you're gonna press it into place and hold it so your glue stays. So, and then we're gonna do that exact same thing with the other side. So we're gonna take our lens and we're gonna put kind of like a tack of glue on there. Doesn't have to be much, just enough to hold it on. And then we're gonna go and we're gonna put it on, and we're gonna hold that side until it kind of sets a little bit. And then we're gonna go and we're gonna repeat the same thing. So we're just gonna add some glue going around like so. And then we're just gonna press going around it so the glue goes and sets. And my mask is kind of flat on the bottom because we put these stitches going down the sides of them, so it kind of holds the mask a little nice and flat down at the bottom, so it's not overly round. And this kind of allows you to put it, let me take my glasses off real quick, to put it so your mouth is still kind of exposed, so you can still talk, and you can even wear you can wear a normal face mask underneath of it right now, but it just allows it to, so you're still like able to talk, and so it actually fits on your face. Because if it's rounded like that, it's a little small, but this allows you to wear it on your face. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put snaps on mine on the side, and I'm going to have a band that goes around the back of my head so I don't have to hold my mask onto my face.